Hey guys, it's Michael Todd. Welcome to the Cult of Vintage. Today is definitely the first time that I am ever doing this, but I am going to take you guys into the home and I am going to show you our personal Christmas tree. I am clearly just now setting it up. Not a lot has been done for it. Richard and I got this tree 2 years ago. We got it after Christmas. The tree originally was a 145. We got 50% off of it. So we did get it at a really great deal. It's about 7 feet tall. We did buy it from a local business here, Lily's Garden. I have to say that fluffing this tree, you saw the tree downstairs in the atrium, the flock tree, the 10-foot flocked tree took less time to fluff than this one did. This tree it was never fluffed before. Like I said, it's our first time using it. It's definitely giving Charlie Brown vibes. That's just kind of where I'm at with it. So let me show you the tree, and then we're going to do some of the dressing. I might be changing clothes because I don't know if we're going to be able to get this all done today. There is going to be a little bit of a DIY. It's a really simple DIY. Anybody can do this, literally. So yeah, let's check out the tree. Okay, so here's the tree. Like I said, it is definitely a little spindly. It's not some lush tree. It's got a lot of character, shall we say. The branches are just, honestly, they're all over the place. They really truly are. But I like that. I do want to get more of like, imagine like, Victorian Dresden, German style tree. And I think that this tree is going to be perfect. Like I said, we do have quite a bit. I shouldn't say quite a bit. We do have a number, not a lot, but a number of Victorian ornaments that we're going to put on here. And then I'm going to show you a way to kind of take what is vintage, make it look antique. A little bit of a salvage project. So yeah, first thing we need to do, like I said, this thing, like fluffing out. These were just like all bunched, and I do mean bunched together. And of course, I had to be neurotic. I'm seeing some that are a little crooked. They all had to be straight. But we're going to do some lights. Okay, let's do the lights, shall we? Alrighty, so these are the lights that I am going to be using for the Christmas tree this year. It is literally one cord, one cord. These are like the twinkle lights that were really popular a couple of years ago. I mean, I guess they still kind of are. Note that it's just one thing. It is divided into 16 different strands. Each one of them, again, have like the little twinkle or fairy lights. These do not twinkle. I'm not a fan of the twinkle lights. It's a little like distracting for me. So I'm not going to lie to you guys. Okay. I'm going to tell you the truth, okay? This is going to be the third time that I put these. Yeah, third time's the charm. um, I'm going to do this a little bit differently. These were made for a larger, fuller tree. I think these would be exceptional if you did have a traditional tree, whether it was a real or a fake tree. These would make a great accent to a traditional tree. If you did have like traditional white lights, these would just add a little bit more depth and dimension. Um, so, obviously on a traditional tree, you're going to stick it on the top. You're going to kind of feed these through, which I love this because they're so thin and they blend in, right? Even on a tree like the Charlie Brown one here, you don't note them. The problem is because we have such a skinny top at the top, there's such a concentration of the light. It's just like, day glow. And that's just not what we're going for. Richard and I did have this idea myself, but once they were on, Richard came home, they were cute, it's pretty. But then he was like, "Ooh," I said, "You're gonna tell me to split it and put it in the middle." So we will have the wires running like this in the tree, right? There's our connector. Can you see it? There's the connector. 8 of the strands I'm going to run up to the top, and then I will have the other 8 strands. Actually, I might, instead of doing 8 at the top, I might just do like, what if we just do like 6? 6? Let's do, I'm going to do 6. Now let's do happy medium. I'm going to do happy medium, and I'm going to have 9 on the bottom, 7 on the top. I'm just trying to figure out which strand. I can see it right here. I can't get it pulled out. It's this strand that I want. I'm going to do 7 on the top, and we're going to do 9 on the bottom. The only thing I don't like about them, y'all know I'm about to say it, these wires are so thin, they have a tendency to get tangled up quite easily. Getting them off, remarkably, was not that difficult. I didn't like super twist them. So that's what we're gonna do. 7 on the top, 9 on the bottom, and we're gonna make this Charlie Brown tree sparkle. Okay, front, back. What I'm gonna do, I'm going to attack this from the back. I'm just gonna lay this here. I'm gonna get some floral wire. I'll be right back. So I have my handy dandy red wire and the snips. I'm going to attach that centerpiece. Just simple. I guess I don't need to be that excessive. That way it's good and anchored for me. Okay, so this is where we're at with it. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I actually have the outlet or the plug. I'm out of frame. It's down here. It's about 1 inch from the tree stand. That's cool. Not a big fan of the cords showing. I'm gonna go ahead and tip the tree over. I'm gonna go and secure. Oh my gosh, maybe. Get yourself together. Secure this in here. Cool. Perfecto. Okay. I'm gonna give you a close-up. So in there, whoop, see it? These are gonna go down. These are gonna go up. But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and light it up. That way we can tell what's what. Listen, here's the deal. You're just going to have to see the TV over here. It is what it is. I can't get this stinking... Ah, that was my knee. I can't get the angle straight and out, okay? We're just going to have to deal with it. Just going to have to deal with it. Okay. We're crawling around on the floor. I clearly am not some, like... I'm not like some professional YouTube home decorator. I'm just a little me. It's all right. We gonna show them how to do it though. All right, let's get this bad boy lit up. Y'all, it's bright, okay? It's bright. I know it's bright. And I think you're gonna see what I mean by I couldn't leave all these lights up here on the top because it's gonna be too bright. Can you even see them? I guess back here. But look at that. Woo! Isn't that fun? Okay. Like I said, I have 7 strands. So let's go ahead and string a ding dingy. I'm gonna go ahead and find one, pull it out here. I'm gonna get the first one all the way to the top. And then we're gonna go from there. I want to be careful not to step on these. I will say, not gonna lie, I have stepped on these already, and you know, the nice thing about these, they seem to be a little bit more dirt. You know, you step on one of the traditional lights and crunch. Not so much here. Now I'm gonna go around the interior and wrap this up. That way we have light on the inside of the tree. I have to say, in some ways, uh, this is a little bit easier than a traditional tree, but in other ways, a little bit harder than a traditional tree. You can really get in with this one, but I gotta say, it's less forgiving. Where am I at, Michael? I'm getting, see, like I'm already getting discombobulated. Calm yourself down. I have to say, with the power of technology, thankfully, we can speed this up. Retail was $19.99. The lights were only 25% off, which frankly was a little disappointing, but it is what it is. What are you going to do? I don't know if you could get them, probably on Amazon. I would just type in Christmas tree cascade lights. I know there was a lady on Instagram. I think she had these, but they were they do the traditional lights, which is fine. I would say even if I would just get these, because like I said, I think it would be like a little nice if you do traditional lights with these. Add a little bit more dimension to it. That would be really. So you have to be mindful. I have 7. What one is this? 7. This is number 6. Of course, I do have more, so I can kind of. Definitely going to have to keep going back up through the center of the tree. Okay, I'm just going to go right here. I just love these tiny little wire strands. You can just hide it so well. Like even close up, legitimately, you can't really see the wire unless you're really leering in there. And I'm really hoping that doing it in this particular method is going to really make it look even better. Because honestly, y'all, the top was it was just a hot mess. It looked like a circuit board. Oh my gosh, this is so much better than the way I had it before. Like a million times better. I asked folks over on Instagram, I literally just posted it, to share their opinion on this tree. I have to say, this probably is a little bit more of a polarizing kind of tree. I think people can respect the difference, right? Especially if you're a huge enthusiast, you kind of know the vibe of this particular tree, and it's not for everybody, and right on. Some people like a more traditional tree. Um, while I have gone for traditional trees in the past, I usually get, even if we, okay, so let's just do this. So, like, this is the first year ever, ever in my 46 years of life that I have not had a real tree. Didn't know how I was going to feel about it, truth be told, but it is definitely far more environmentally conscious, which right on. Um, the other thing is that I do love this tree, and I will use this tree over and over and over and over again. So I'm gonna have to flip that back there. Anyhow, I'm gonna continue on with this, and then I will be back. Okay, bye. I just want to show you guys where we're at with this right now, and I am totally and utterly obsessed with it. Like, you can, and like, we're up close and personal, you can see those wires, but when you come back, you can't see the wires. I am obsessed with these lights. It's just giving like fairy tale forest vibes. I love this. It's gorgeous. It's interesting because there's spots that look a little bit darker, like on camera, but like in real life, I'm having a hard time seeing. I'm going to do a mercury glass garland, but here's the problem. Like, it's cute. It's just not giving me a look that I want. I have to be honest. I feel like it's too heavy for this tree. There's too much space, and this garland, it just doesn't look right to me. So I was like, what can I possibly do? Because I really do want to have a mercury glass garland on there. I think that it is very time appropriate. But I came up with a solution. Took a strand and I did do it. I loosened them. These are all vintage. These are actually from the 40s, the mercury glass, this gold. And what we're going to do, I just went to the craft store, picked up some very festive seed beads here. Okay. And what I did was create this garland. It's obviously much more delicate in this particular strand, and that's exactly what I'm going for. Not only that, note these glass seed beads, it adds even more sparkle to it. So let's go ahead. We're going to sit down and we're going to DIY our own vintage and new mercury glass and glass bead garland. It's super simple. I promise it is time consuming, but yeah, let's do it. Okay. So let's do this. Learn number one from my mistake in creating what I think is just such an absolutely beautiful mercury and glass seed bead garland. The first mistake was that I thought I'm just going to go ahead and put it on thread. Now, I wasn't a huge dum-dum. I did know and I probably should have went with an all-purpose because the quilting thread, while it's a little bit sturdier, if you're familiar with these mercury glass beads, once you pull them off, they do have rough corners. I don't know if that's really focusing. And it ended up cutting the thread. So that is a big no-no. What you definitely want to do, this is how I got this box. Don't even ask me. They were all like this. I picked this up. It is obviously fishing line. I got 4 pound. The reason I went with the 4 pound is because if you're doing something like a 30 pound, I would assume like a 6 or 8 pound would be fine. But the reason I went for this is because it's still pliable. I don't know that this is really going to show up for you, but it's still nice and pliable, so it's not going to be super stiff on us. So definitely pick up, like I said, this is Stren monofilament, and again, that is a 4 pound. So you'll need your beads, you're going to need the monofilament, some scissors, and then glass beads. Now, as I showed you earlier, and as you see here on this one, I did pick up, and these are all kind of like holiday colors, okay? I got those. I'm loving those, but I did decide to go ahead and pick up something a little bit bougier, and I got this particular bead pack at Walmart. I'm loving these colors. Again, wanting to keep it a little bit more Dresden in style. I love the coppers, the golds, the bronzes. So what I'm going to go ahead and do note there's like some twisted bugle beads. So I have 1, 2, 3 of the twisted bugle beads, which is fine. I'm going to try to play around with these a little bit. But these other ones, I'm just going to go ahead and do like I did. Well, this came mixed. Here, I can show you. Maybe. This came mixed in this tube. This tube is from Hobby Lobby. This kit is from Walmart. This was $2. I think this was $8. This is giving us 363.5 grams. And this is giving us 85 grams. Okay. So I don't know the math of it all. It's about on par. So I did have this started. What I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer this onto the monofilament. And it's totally up to you as to how you choose to do it. I did 2 mercury, then I did 5, then I did 2, then I did 5, then I did 2, then I did 10. then I did 3, then I did 10, then I did 3, then I did 10, then I did 3, then I did 5. So it's totally up to you how you kind of want to do it. So let's see. I did pick this up also at Walmart. I don't know how well... Ooh, that fell right out of there. I don't know how well these needles are going to work with the monofilament. These are beading needles, so they're a lot longer. Oops, that right there. These are a lot longer. I should be able to get the monofilament through. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and go for the longest, what looks to be one of the longest. I don't know if these are going to go through the seed beads or not. Let's not stop ourselves. It may go through some of the seed beads. It might not go through others. It just depends on the bead itself. That goes through. All right. Some beads won't go through. Where am I at? Whoop. I don't know. I'm just going to go crazy with the length here. I'd rather it be too long than too short. That was probably a little obsessive, but that's okay. What do I do with my scissors? I know they're right here. I'm gonna snip this. Might as well go a little bit longer too. Why not? You guys probably can't see the filament, but it's not really necessary. Geez, I can barely see the filament. I don't think I need the threader. We're gonna get this through. Am I through? No. Oh my gosh. Okay, I got it through. I'm gonna give myself a long lead. Stick that down in there. Let's find the end of the filament. Golly, Michael. I'm gonna go ahead and secure one of the beads onto the filament. Just to make an anchor, I'm gonna go much longer than what I need because I'm gonna attach a hook. You don't have to, you could just tie this on. Don't get too aggressive because the glass is so thin. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. I am going to hope, I'm gonna see if I can't get this needle just to go through the entire strand. We're gonna see if I can get lucky here, boys and girls. Let's see. And I can just pull. This is why I got the beading needle, because I knew I wanted to try to do this. So far, so good. I'm gonna continue on my merry way here. Okay, so I've got the last of the original strand on there. I'm gonna cut this last bead free. If I can get there. That's on that quilting. I don't know why I thought that was gonna be such a good idea. Yay! Okay, we are totally on the filament now, that strand that I was showing you guys. And we are back with our strand of beads. Now, this is gonna let me go back to beading these how I know I was originally. Now, how you wanna do it, if there's a pattern, if you wanna keep it with the colors, it's totally up to you. I'm loving the multi-colors where there's no rhyme or reason. So I have 5 and then 2, 5 and then 2, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 10 of the multicolor beads, and then I'm going to do 3 of the mercury. So I'm going to, you could do this one of 2 ways. I'm going to try it with the needle. We'll see how I feel about it. So 1, ooh, that needle might be too long for me to feasibly work with. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you guys see that? 4, 4, 10. Whoosh. And I'm going to do 2 of these guys. Because I think this is a little excessive for me. I know they have like beaded trays. You know what? I'm just going to switch needles. Now note like this one has wear to it, and I am totally good with that because it gives us that antique look. But like I said, these mercury beads, they're from the 40s. They've been around a lot longer than the 40s, but it'll give us the look we want. So I'm gonna do 3 10s. I think I'm gonna switch, honestly, my container. I was using this coaster. This is a little bit easier for me. Yeah. For these beads, it's a little bit easier because I can see that navy was a little intense. All right. I'm gonna switch to 5. Again, however you want to do this. You could do all one color. You could do all gold. I had considered that, and I think that that would be great. But I do like the added sparkle, truthfully. So I'm going to stick with the multicolors. And like I said, that other beading kit that we got from Walmart is beautiful. And I am going to do both garlands on the tree. I'm not going to just do one or the other. I will say it's like I said, it's a really easy project to do. So it is time consuming, but it is very relaxing. I will say that. So just put on some good music, some Christmas music, watch a show. Totally up to you. Put in a, what is that too? All right, everybody. We have now completed, I don't know how many feet of beaded garland. I am very pleased with the end results. Obviously, you guys saw me working here on the multicolored strand, which I absolutely love. I did go ahead and create another strand with a pattern utilizing the bead kit that we got from Walmart. I figured the more the merrier. I think that it is a very elegant look to the tree, definitely far more in scale. And I would argue, even if you did a mid century kind of tinsel tree, that a scale this size would be much more appropriate, especially with all of the different ornaments on there. I really love that. So these are a little bit more traditional, but let me show you something else. I did create a much more mid-century kind of look and feel utilizing these beautiful kind of turquoise, not turquoise, teal mercury glass bulbs, as well as all of the silver seed beads, a little bit of a pewter there to help ombre it out. I think this is going to be stunning on a tinsel tree. I decided to kind of crop this one, and I'll sell this one. Maybe do one in a more mid-century gold tone versus the antique vibe to it. But I'm really pleased. Here's just a different example. Hopefully this inspires you guys. If not, I will have some of these available for sale soon. Obviously, they take a little time to do, but let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I appreciate it, and I look forward to the next holiday home video. Until then, guys, ho, ho, ho.